We've all seen them, red light runners. Hoosiers aren't far behind drivers in Florida and Arizona when it comes to ignoring traffic signals. In fact, Indiana's ranked the 8th most dangerous state for red light running.
And Purdue University researchers driving innovation to get red light runners to pump the brakes. It's time now to go inside innovation, to stop or to gun it when you get to the yellow light. We've all been there. And now there's a new high-tech tool designed by scientists at Purdue University and the Indiana Department of Transportation to help us get through those intersections more safely. Purdue Civil Engineering Principal Researcher Howell Lee joins us now to explain how it all works. And Howell, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
Yeah, you are in front of a traffic signal cabinet, essentially. What's involved? These are at all the intersections, right?
Yes. So essentially, one of these things is in pretty much every single intersection. Basically, it's the brains of the operation. It decides the timings of each movement of the intersection, as well as a bunch of relays that actually sends the power out to each of the light bulbs at the traffic signal.
Okay, and I know that's the dead on, zeroed in on where you've been researching for several years now on technology that can help eliminate some of these accidents, serious accidents, as the light turns yellow. And you talk about the dilemma zone. That's kind of where you're focused and where the technology is focused.
That's correct. And Purdue's been working with the Indiana Department of Transportation in this area for over 20 years now. Essentially, in the traffic signals in Indiana in particular, as we know, we have a lot of high-speed roadways in Indiana that are signalized, to have a traffic signal. So you may be traveling down the road at 50, 55 miles an hour, and you come up to one of these intersections, and about the distance of a football field away, you see a yellow light come on. Right, you see yellow light, and you're at speed, so you don't know whether you should hit the brakes really hard. And 90% of drivers take about 2.5 seconds to react to that change in the signal. So you hit the brakes, you may be in for a really hard stop.
Yeah.
If you don't hit the brakes and you decide to cruise through, because you're at such a faraway distance and at great speed, you still may not be able to clear the intersection, so you still might go through on red. So that's a danger, and that's what we call the dilemma zone.
Yeah, hey, as best you can, in layman's terms, how does your technology solve this issue and potentially make these intersections more safe?
Sure. So essentially, when we're talking about a vehicle approaching an intersection, we can either give it more green, or if we know that the vehicle is going to hit a red light pretty soon, right, we might just show the yellow indication a little bit earlier. So you might see the yellow, maybe you would have seen it at 300 feet, maybe a football field away. And at that point, it's pretty dangerous, right? But if you get to see that same yellow indication 1,000 feet away, you have a long ways to go before you get to that intersection. So you might just let your foot off the accelerator and just cruise until you get there. And by the time you get there, the side street may have already cleared, and you're on your way.
Yeah. Hey, we have about 30 seconds left. Are you ready to go to market with this? This is really a high-tech solution, if you will. Ready to go to market, and how substantially do you think you could perhaps reduce accidents?
Right. So in terms of going to market, technology is there. The logic and the programming is there. It's a matter of federal and state regulators, the automotive industry, as well as the intelligent transportation systems sector, all working together. So we did a test in Tippecanoe County on US 231 and County Road 500 South, and we found that it's possible to reduce the heavy vehicle dilemma zone incursions by up to 1/3.
Wow. More innovation coming out of Purdue University. Howell Lee, a researcher at Purdue. Fascinating technology. We look forward to watching your progress on it, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
All right.